Hello everybody. Angie here. Coming on today with a video. Thought we'd work with making some beautiful multi-tuck spot pockets out of simple plain envelopes. It doesn't matter the size. You can transform a simple envelope into a beautiful pocket, multiple pocket should I say, tuck spot for a journal page. Now depending on the size of your envelope, it's going to determine the size of your finished project. But you can transform any envelope into a beautiful piece. All right, so I thought we'd work on that today. I'm going to show you guys the simple way to do this, and then we'll decorate one or two depending on time and see what we come up with. And I have a couple offhand off to the side here, and I'll show you what I did with those as well. All right. So you just take a simple envelope, okay, and we're just going to flatten it out, okay, and we're just going to do a simple fold, okay. Now you can do that fold wherever you want. I usually go about 1/3 of the way in, okay, just like that, and you just do a straight fold. And where's my foam folder? I don't see it. And we just do a just like that. Get it nice and flat. Get yourself a nice good crease, because you know once you start folding paper it gets thicker each time. Okay, so get yourself a nice fold just like that. Okay, and then from there we're going to start decorating, and I'll show you how the multi tuck spot comes into play as we go along. I have this beautiful Anna Griffin paper that I've been wanting to use, and I've been hoarding it forever. So I thought I'd use a piece of that today. And I think I'll use this blue and green. Isn't that lovely? All right, so let's do some cutting. And find a pen here. I think it'd be easier. And we're going to do a little light decorating. Okay, so first I want to measure the width of my envelope. So I'm going to do a couple marks here. Now you can do your decorating with just scrap pieces, digital paper, you know, pretty much whatever you want, of course. But yeah, it's going to depend on how you decorate it to be, and how it's going to, you know, the finished project's going to turn out. So let's start with, let's see, oh, there it is. Okay. Straight. Let's see. Yeah, I just thought we'd have a little play with some envelopes today. Looks good to me. Okay, so then from there I want to decorate. And now another option too, you can do stenciling, things like that, just completely up to you. Okay, so I'm going to slide this in. We're going to go all the way down as far as I can, just like we're lining the envelope, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and then we're going to cut it off. Grab some scissors. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. It's been a while since I've done just a random video with you guys for a while. I've been so focused on series and challenges. I haven't had a chance to really do anything outside of that. So I was really looking forward to this video, and I'm getting started on another journal maybe soon. Do something a little different, you know, mix it up. Okay, there we go. Look at that. And we've got ourselves a nice little sturdy back page there. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, now what we want to do next, I think I'm just going to use this reverse side because this is double-sided paper. And I'm going to figure out how far I want this to come. And I think I'll just come right there to the normal fold piece. So I'll do a little tick mark there. Hopefully I can still see that. And then with that piece, we're just going to lay that right. Let's make sure that's secure there. Okay, and that's going to go down right there. Okay, so we're going to glue that down. So this is going to be a pocket there. Just a normal entry part for the envelope. But we want to seal that up. So we'll go around here. Okay, let's glue that down. Okay, so basically that's just your normal envelope right there, right? Okay, all the way down. But we did the fold. And that's going to be another pocket right there. Okay, but then to add another pocket, we're going to cut the end of the envelope open. But let's wait on that. Let's line that first, and then we'll just do it all at once. And I'll just reverse the paper. And we'll use this again. Paper's just so pretty. All right, let's cut another one. And that will go right there. Now this project, I'm keeping it really simple for you guys, but once you guys have made one, you'll realize there's so many alternatives as to where you can tweak this and even add, even add more tuck spots, okay? This is just to kind of get y'all going. But it creates a beautiful piece to put on a journal page. Look at that, look at that. Okay, now this, we're going to glue that down, so that's going to be a tuck spot. Well, before we do that, let's make us a little thumb notch. Let me grab my circle punch. We want to be able to decipher that this is a, excuse me, a pocket as well. Did we cut that? We didn't cut that yet, did we? Let's cut that open. And just a little sliver, just to open up the end. Okay. Like that. We're just going to give it a little thumb notch right in the middle or thereabouts. Just like that. See that? Okay, now we'll close that spot up. And there we go, guys. Look at that. We've got ourselves a quick and easy and beautiful multi-pocketed piece for a journal page. We've got a pocket there, we've got a pocket there, we've got a pocket there, so that's 3. And then when you put it down on your journal page, which I have a journal page here, hold on, somewhere. Put it down on a journal page, look at that. You can have a tuck spot going in this way, or you can have it going tuck spot like that, or however you want to do. But isn't that gorgeous? You know, put it on a journal page. Beautiful. Okay. Then you just lightly decorate it. Let's see what I've got here. I grabbed some lace. Can't go wrong with some lace with Anna Griffin. Got some blue here. Got some white. Oh, I like that. Let's do that. Okay. What else do we have? I'm thinking maybe some little pearls or something in there. Let me see what I got here. How about a bow? Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty, pretty. Oh yeah, I like that. Yep, that's it. A little second catch there. Okay, and I was thinking maybe, once you fill it up, you really don't need that much because it's going to cover everything. So I have some little pieces here. Let's see what we can tuck in there just for, you know, let's put that in there. Let's see what else we got. Complements that green. It's real pretty. as you can see, it holds quite a few little bit of pieces. Whatever you want to do. Look at that. How cute. I want to put this way, I think. Different direction. Look at that. Oh, I just pulled off my flower. Didn't give it time to dry. Where did it go? On the floor. Let's reattach that baby. It doesn't want to stick. What's going on? We are going to get you down. All right. And that is it, guys. Look at that. How adorable. Is not the cutest thing? You could load that up with some goodies, put a little note in there and send that off to a crafty friend. Oh my gosh, that is just gorgeous. So that's got a 1, 2, 3 pocket plus 4 if you put it down on a journal page, depending on how you put it down. But that is beautiful. And my little flowers with that little gem, it's a little heavy, so it's not wanting to stick too well. But that is my decorated envelope with one simple fold and a little cut at the bottom. That is adorable. What do you guys think? Let's do one more together. Okay, I grabbed 2 envelopes. All right, so here we are. Let's fold that over again and again. I usually, go about 1/3 of the way in. Okay. And I love, the great thing about these is I love to make projects where they can serve as a standalone, a piece all by itself, just use as a gift or something like that. Or you can actually incorporate it into your journals, so that is a plus as well. Okay, I still have this left. We'll do it differently. Let me grab another piece. Okay, let's grab this one. Again, let's measure. Do a couple cuts on this paper. Which one is it? This one? Okay. I didn't quite measure that as well as I could have, so I have to trim a little bit more off. Right there. Tuck that in, like we did on the last one. Okay, and this envelope's shaped differently. Still not a problem. We still do it the same way. Okay, push it all the way down in there. Make your piece nice and sturdy. Okay, let's glue that down. And trim away. right, there we go. Now we're going to make our second pocket. So I'm going to reverse it and use the other side of this paper and do another little tick mark right there. Here's my mark here. That's it. This will go right there. Okay, now if you want to, you can do a little thumb notch on that also. We'll go ahead and do it on this one just to give it a little bit of a different appearance on this one. Let me do another tick mark and cut the cover for that piece. Alright, get that out of the way. Looks pretty good. Okay, let's get that down. And this one. Okay. So since we're going to do a thumb notch on this one, so I just have them in the same place, what I'm going to do is before I glue it down, I'm going to do the thumb notch. So I'm going to put this together. Well, let's do our slit first. And then I'm going to cut the thumb notches on both of them at the same time. So let's open up our bottom pocket out of the bottom of the envelope. And we're just going to take off a sliver. Open up that bottom pocket. Okay. All right, now before I glue this down, I'm just going to take it, line these two up, and cut both of them at the same time. So then the thumb notch will be in the same spot. But if that's not, you know, something that's important to you, then, you know, you can do them each separately. All right. Big and bulky here. Line that up. And snip. Just like that. Okay, now we can glue this one down. And we'll go along the shape of the envelope and glue it right down. Okay. Line that up. And down we go. Okay, now we can glue this one down. Top and the bottom. And again, simple as that, guys. What do you think? One envelope. Look how that transforms into a beautiful, beautiful ephemera piece. Multi-pocket ephemera piece. If you have leftover pieces, you can use those, make your own little style of maybe little journal cards. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Okay. I'll tuck those two in that pocket if you want. And I had some more of those pieces. Well, let's see. Maybe a different color, I think, huh? Tuck that in there. Tuck that in there. And maybe one of these. Yeah. And put this. Here's a big one. You tuck that in there, and you put the note in the back. Whatever you want to do, guys. But look at that, multiple space to put a whole bunch of goodies. All right, let's put a little decoration on that as well. Let me go back to my lace. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think the white for this one. Just something really light and soft and delicate. So pretty. And let's put it on the other end as well. Just trying to keep these neutral so then they can go into any journal, you know, but if you want to make it something specific for a specific journal, definitely, you know, do it accordingly. But I'm just kind of keeping it neutral. Let me go back to, I saw this. It just says joy, just a little ephemera piece, chipboard. Kind of flat. I think I want to put that right there. Look at that. And that's it, guys. What do you think? You guys like them? That one's real pretty. I love it. Okay, let me show you the couple I did off camera. And then you guys can run with it and have some fun, okay? Here's one. Well, here's the two we made together, the first one. And this darn flower still doesn't want to dry. But there's that one. Okay, here's our second one. And these are just using some Anna Griffin 12 by 12 cardstock papers. Okay, here's one I made just out of a digital 8.5 by 11 digital piece that I had. And it was way back some Easter stuff. So I just used that. But isn't that pretty? Okay, here's that one. Then this one, and like I said, depending on the size of your envelope is going to depend on the size of your finished project. See the difference in sizes of those? This was a standard white envelope here. Okay, look I just use some stenciling on that one. Okay, and just depend on how you put it down. Okay, there's that one. Give it a little different look there. This one, a little bit larger, but again, the same concept. Put a few little decorations, and it is gorgeous. Okay, and one more, and I reversed this one. This one I reversed, so we have a left-hand entry instead of a right. Give you a little idea of that one. Okay, kind of a fall, I guess, colors and you know, such. Another pocket, see? And then this one I just did a different style thumb notch there. Okay, but that is what I've got for you today, guys. What do you think? So if you haven't tried something like this, simple, 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 pull out a few envelopes and have some fun. One fold, one cut, lightly decorated, and look at the beauty that you can come up with for an individual piece, ephemera piece, or a you know, decoration piece for a journal. But that is gorgeous, and it fits right on there. Now, you may want to check to make sure if you're making it for your journal page, when you do that first fold, you may have to fold it in just a little bit more, maybe a 1/4 of an inch more, just to make sure it will fit on your journal page. And that's really all it is to it. Okay, guys? But that is gorgeous. Look at that. That would make a beautiful piece. You can use just a blank page. Look at that. Put a little piece of something here, and then load up some stuff on the top there, and you've got a beautiful decoration for a journal page. All right, guys, well, that's what I've got for you today. I sure hope you guys like the make. If you found something of value in this video today, please consider hitting that subscribe button. As always, take care, God bless, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.